Hard Rock Casino, White Sox Network.
This baseball season, make sure your vehicle is ready for every trip to the ballpark. Since 1997, Logan Square Auto Repair and Avondale Auto Repair have helped Chicago drivers stay safely on the road with expert maintenance, brake service, diagnostics, and repairs. As proud supporters of Chicago team sports and the fans who make this city great, they're committed to keeping Chicago moving. Schedule your next service at LoganSquareAuto.com or AvondaleAutoRepair.com. Your #1 auto repair shop in Chicago.
Hey, it's the good kid. When it comes to my ride, I don't mess around. That's why I drive an Advantage Chevy. 3 locations. Chicagoland's covered. Boom. You want a Chevy? They got every Chevy. You want savings? Oh, yeah. They've got that, too. And here's what matters most. Trust. When you walk into Advantage Chevrolet Bolingbrook, you're not getting the runaround. They respect your time. They respect your budget. They shoot you straight. Head to Advantage Chevrolet in Bolingbrook and see what I'm talking about. Advantage Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Business checking accounts for big business, small business, and most importantly, your business. Republic Bank of Chicago is...
First pitch to Ortiz. Swung on, line towards left, long run for Ewing. He dives and he made the catch.
Ewing went back, and in left field, he's looked terrific.
He shouldn't be sneaking up on anybody, right? I mean, he's an all-star, 10 wins, his ERA below 3, and no matter where the game is played, no matter what lineup he's facing, he does his thing.
Abrams hits one high and deep out to right center. After it is Troy Johnson. Way back it goes and out of here. And he's got 4 in his last 3 games.
Leo Jimenez grabbed it right next to the third base bag. He tapped it with his right foot, fired to second for out number 2, and on to first in plenty of time to get Altuve for 3. 474 feet for Fernando Tatis Jr.
Hear ye. Gather around for some of the week's wildest plays.
It's only going to hurt for a second, Brandon.
And it drops between 4 twins.
I shall not drop the ball. Well, don't believe that.
Just clanked off his glove.
Whoa, was that an eephus?
He didn't even see it. It almost clipped him.
A fantastic finish.
Guitar slip and then took this ball off the top of the helmet.
Some just don't know how to catch them.
The throw drills him right in the back, though.
Others don't know where to catch them.
Often met right cheek.
And feast your eyes on these fantastic fielders.
Oh my goodness, what a diving catch.
And leaping lizards. Great plays in the outfield.
What a grab by Tristan Peters.
He made the catch. Oh, what a play. You can't get much higher than this.
Krauser takes away another.
Corona Crowder makes the catch.
Oh my, what a play by Tyrone Taylor.
How about that?
Osorio drills this to center field. Dickerson came in and goes back on it and makes the catch. Dickerson reels it in.
Runs on a couple of hits. He walked 3, gave up a couple of home runs in that outing. Diaz behind the plate. DeZenzo left, Trammell center, Smith in right. Third base, Paredes. Pena's the shortstop, Altuve at second, and Wade plays first. Mark Rippiger is the home plate umpire this afternoon. The crew chief's at first. That's Dan Bellino. Dexter Kelly at second, and Shane Livensparger at third base. Hey, Rate is a proud partner of your 26 White Sox. The Rate app gives Chicago fans an all-in-one wellness app with tools to build financial strength, guidance, and fitness for stress management. Feel better, live better, and play better. Download the Rate app today. Join us at the ballpark tomorrow, July 27th at 6:40 for Christmas in July, presented by Core Deck. Get into the holiday spirit with the special activations, photo ops, and more. Get your tickets and prepaid parking at whitesox.com/promos. And join us for $5 Tuesdays. All fans will enjoy specially priced $5 concessions menu and select food and beverage items, including draft beers from Miller Lite and Modelo, select Coca-Cola products, and more. Get your tickets at whitesox.com/Tuesdays. and be here. Friday, August 7th, the White Sox take on the Guardians at 6:40. Then stick around after the game for the post-game concert featuring JUL presented by Coca-Cola. Exclusive on-field passes are on sale now with limited availability. Let's go. Let's close out this 3-game set with these Astros. We need a win. Here is my partner with the play-by-play to lead us to that win. It's Len Casper.
All right, thanks, DJ. Great to see Munetaka Murakami's parents, who threw out a first pitch on his bobblehead day today. White Sox ready to take the field here behind Eric Fetty. And our look at the White Sox uniforms is driven by Arlington Toyota. Check out their impressive lineup of Toyota vehicles today. Arlington Toyota, new owners, same people, better deals. Visit ToyotaArlington.com. White Sox in their home white uniforms, black pinstripes, and the Astros in their road grays. And again, both teams wearing special throwback Hall of Fame caps on this big Cooperstown weekend. So the Sox now have run out onto the field. Our broadcast booth is brought to you by Bell Tire. If you can't find free air, free flat repair, and the lowest prices, find a Bell Tire. Sox have been fortunate in that while dropping the first 2 games, Guardians lost Friday and Saturday as well. But they really would like to avoid a sweep today, take care of their own business, especially ahead of what appears to be a tough upcoming 4-game series against the New York Yankees. They're going to face Fried, Cole, and Schlittler the next 3 nights.
Yeah, tough task in the 4-game series against the Yankees. But look, the White Sox have really done a great job handling all the tough matchups they've had throughout the year. They've had a couple of hiccups like the last couple of days just kind of interrupt a smooth flow they'd been on. But it is what it is. You got to play the game that's in front of you, and today we need this win and salvage of the series.
So Eric Fetty getting the nod this afternoon. He's been good as a starter and a bulk reliever. 5-1 with a 2.68 over his last 10 appearances, including 3 starts. White Sox have won the last 4 games in which he has pitched. He got a no decision Monday in Texas. 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, no walks. He struck out 6. And the scorching hot Jeremy Pena will lead it off. He comes in with 3 consecutive 3-hit games.
Yesterday, first pitch that he saw, wasn't it a line drive to left field? Yep, it was.
He's got a season average up to 315. Fetty ready to go, and the first pitch of the afternoon is taken low on a sinker for ball 1. Vargas is in at third, not quite on the grass. Pena takes a strike on a sweeper. Key guy here in their order with Alvarez on deck. The 1-1. Outside on a sweeper.
Got a unique way of setting his bat. It's almost pointing back toward the ground over his shoulder. And then he kind of gets in a good set position, but a short path to the baseball.
2-1 is inside. Now, he doesn't have enough plate appearances to qualify in the batting race, but wouldn't it be interesting if down the stretch it were between Pena and Alvarez? Alvarez trying to win a triple crown. Called strike on a sinker.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I still feel that the way Alvarez hits, he's going to win that triple crown this year.
3-2. Swing and a high fly ball out into very deep left, and it's a leadoff home run for Jeremy Pena. And it's 1-0 Houston.
It was a sweeper, and it was left up. And that's how the game started for Fetty last time out in Texas. A leadoff home run when he was pitching against Jock Peterson.
10th home run for Pena. And the Astros have another lead in this series. And here's Alvarez. And it's a hard smash on the ground foul down the first base side.
Fetty at least got that in a location where the best that Alvarez could do was yank it foul.
8th career leadoff home run for Pena. The 0-1 misses high and outside on a sweeper. 1-1 on Yordan Alvarez, leading the American League at .325. 34 homers, 77 driven in. Changeup is off the outside. Ball 2, 2-1.
Well, he got ahead of Pena as well, fell behind in the count, and came back to throw strikes.
He misses high on a cutter.
Pretty intimidating, though, right? The leadoff man who's hot as can be takes you deep, and then you got this guy standing there next, and it's hard to say, oh, I'm going to go right at him, and when you've already given up a home run.
Fetty working quickly. The 3-1 strike, sinker on the inside edge at 95. So back-to-back 3-2 counts. Tampa Bay held on and shut out Cleveland for the second straight day. 1-0 the final. The pitch. And it is a sweeper called outside for ball 4, but we've got a challenge from Drew Romo. And it's a strike.
This is a strike. Chicago has 2 challenges left.
So Alvarez caught looking. First out of the game.
Well, let's just say this. That was the perfect pitcher's pitch. A backdoor sweeper that Alvarez gave up on, and he wasn't swinging at it no matter what. He was hoping it was just going to remain a ball.
Feels like a big overturn, doesn't it?
Yes.
Fouled back the way this weekend has gone. Isaac Paredes at the plate. Instead of a runner on, nobody out, 1-0. It's 1 out. They play Paredes to pull in the outfield. And he takes low on a breaking ball. Kansas City has an early 2-0 lead at Detroit in the second. So the top teams in the AL Central struggling at the moment. Sweeper is low and outside.
Well, you know how it goes. It's nice to hear the other teams in the division are being beat or going to lose or whatever it is, but you got to win your own games. That's all it comes down to.
Pitch to Paredes is a strike. Minnesota is hosting the Athletics. The A's got some bad news. Shea Langoliers has a knee injury that might end his season.
Well, that does sound like bad news for the Athletics.
And maybe some other teams that wanted him in the trade market. Paredes pops it up. Mydrop, the second baseman, will make the catch out in the shallow outfield grass.
Well, those teams that might have been interested in picking him up now are going to be saying, well, we're not getting rid of all those prospects.
Here's Jose Altuve. You can hear the reaction. That's a pretty common thing when he's on the road. He's batting .235 with 12 home runs. And he takes a strike on a sweeper. We've seen him at his natural position, second base. Had a little detour last year. He played some left field. And he gets under one out into medium left center field for Tristan Peters. He's under it, and he's got it. So leadoff homer by Pena, followed by 3 straight outs, and it's 1-0 Houston in the first on the Hard Rock Casino.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Hank Greenberg helped popularize the first baseman's mitt, holding a massive 13-inch pocketed glove. That was quickly banned, reducing the maximum size to 12 inches. Paul Richards also developed a black hole-sized catcher's mitt. This ginormous thing, measuring 42 inches in circumference, was known as Big Bertha, or the Elephant, for its massive size. It was swiftly outlawed as well.
Bringing quality to every table. Pete's Market. Fresh. Local. Done right.
Hey, it's Will Venable, manager for the Chicago White Sox. You're listening to White Sox Baseball. This is the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
1-0 Houston, bottom of the first. Ronel Blanco, 32-year-old right-hander, pitching for the second time coming off the injured list as he rehabbed from internal brace surgery on his elbow. Called strike to Antonacci. He's going to challenge the very first pitch. He thought it was low.
Got to win this one.
And it's a strike.
Pitch is a strike. Chicago has one remaining challenge.
Or not. You know my feelings on the first inning. Insignificant second pitch of the game. Nobody in scoring position challenge. Don't do it.
The 0-1 is high on a changeup. So Blanco had that elbow surgery, also had a forearm tendon repaired. And he misses outside on a change. 2 balls and a strike. First time he has started against the White Sox. Pitched in relief against them 3 seasons ago. And a fastball is just inside, and Sam held on a check swing. It's 3-1 on him. And Antonacci gets a timeout. Now he's ready, and the right-hander Blanco into his motion. The 3-1 pitch. It's a strike.
Blanco, kind of a dart thrower. He's got a short arm delivery. He doesn't overpower you with velocity at about 93, 94, but quicker than you think.
3-2 is fought off foul. He throws a lot of changeups. He threw one there.
He had the one outing on the season. That's it. And he threw 86 pitches in that outing. So
results weren't great. He got a no decision. And Antonacci takes ball 4 on a low and in slider. That's a leadoff free pass. That will bring up Murakami. That debut off the IL was against Miami on Monday. He went 4 2/3, 2 hits, 3 walks, 2 homers. He allowed 4 runs. He did strike out 8. Kind of an odd line. The stretch and the pitch. Murakami takes a curve. It's a strike.
I think the key is what he just did there. To get ahead by throwing a pitch that you know the batter will not swing at on the first pitch, which was a curveball.
Wade holds Antonacci at first. The 0-1 is high.
Think about this. Every hitter in general walks up to home plate for the first pitch. They're thinking, I want a fastball. I don't know the percentage of hitters that walk up and think, you know what, I'm sitting curveball first pitch. Right. It's just very rare. So you can throw that for a strike.
Murakami takes a slider for a strike on the outside corner. He's going to challenge it.
The batter's challenging the pitch.
And it's a strike, and they're out of challenges. 2 batters into the bottom of the first. Wow.
Well, you know, there's sometimes guys, you might have to have a talk with them and go, we are not going to challenge in these scenarios, and these first two are the ones.
Way high on a fastball. Makes it 2-2. Vargas on deck. 1-zip Astros. They got a leadoff homer from Pena. Murakami ended a 9-game walk streak last night, the longest by a Sox since Jim Thome did it in June of 2009. Blanco will throw over to first late. Mune trying to end some other streaks. He hasn't homered in 13 games, hasn't knocked in a run in 10. The 2-2 coming. It's high. There have been some misses here by a lot early on from Blanco. That one missed by about a foot, high and outside.
Yeah, he could be that guy who's effectively wild. Kind of hard to look for a spot that he can't even locate if he's trying. So how are you going to look for a spot?
3-2. Swing and a fly ball the other way. Deep left, and she's gone. On his bobblehead day.
With his parents in attendance. Boy, was that needed. Best swing he's taken since he's been back.
Home run number 21. He ends those streaks I talked about. Sox lead 2-1. And that home run brought to you by Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana. See Theory of a Dead Man in Seven Dust at Hard Rock Live Friday, August 21st. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Vargas takes high. Kind of looked like Yordan Alvarez in Houston in the Crawford boxes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Going to left.
Yep. Looked like a backdoor slider that he got to.
That's the first home run in a week for the Sox. Strike called to Vargas. First since Colson Montgomery went deep last Sunday in Toronto. And they've got a right-hander up already in their bullpen. Vargas fouls. Yeah. I have to believe it's partly about a guy coming back from arm surgery, right? Because, I mean, you're two batters into the first inning. Now, whoever was throwing, the pitch is high and outside, is getting ready pretty quickly. So whatever they see, they don't like right now.
Yeah, I think you just hit the nail on the head. It's what they see from Blanco right now. It's not necessarily the results. It's they don't like what they're seeing.
Slider called strike 3, and Mark Ripperger, I think, thought it was strike 2. He did not give that emphatic strike 3 call. And Vargas did a double take, but he's out for looking.
Yeah, when you're out there and you really know a guy and you don't want him to get in such a jam that it's too late for you to get back in the game, it's smart as a manager. You go, no, I'm not waiting. If he doesn't have it, I'm getting him out of there before they score 6 quick runs.
Braden Montgomery batting left. Takes high on a curve.
That's good managing in the sense you take every game that you're trying to win, especially early in that game.
1-0, foul tip. Braden's had a good series at the plate, 4 for 9. Had that big error in right last night, but as you mentioned, as former outfielder Will Venable said after the game, those do happen, and it can be humbling, but you just got to bounce back. And later it happened to a rookie on the other side, Lucas Spence. 1-1, swing and a miss on a good changeup. 1-2. 2-1 Sox, each team with a home run here in the opening inning.
Need to make an adjustment. He's not on the off-speed stuff.
And he punches one in the air out in his shallow left. It'll be caught by DeCenzo.
Great description of punching it. It was like he literally realized all I have to do is make some contact because I'm fooled on the pitch. And he just poked at it with a half-hearted swing and made contact with it, unfortunately too far.
Here's Benintendi. If the White Sox win today's game, Walner Law will make a donation to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. Benintendi takes a strike. Walner Law handles the toughest car accident cases in Chicago. Call 3-128-million. Walner Law, win with Walner. Swing and a miss on a changeup, 0-2.
You mentioned changeup is a really good pitch for him. And it's a good sequence. Slider on the inside corner, changeup diving off the outside corner.
Blanco into his windup, the 0-2 pitch, a swinging strike 3 on a changeup. But Antonacci walked to lead it off, and then Murakami hit a big home run to get this crowd energized. It's 2-1 Sox after an inning on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
The hospital.
He's getting traded to Boston from Chicago. You see here the traditional jersey. I love a road jersey because it says where you're from, and this is simple, clean, and cool. And then you see this patch right here. This is from the 2013 postseason run, which was unlike anything I had ever been a part of, to punch through and hoist that trophy. Boston strong forever, baby.
3-2 pitches with traffic. This ball hit deep left field. Take a good look. You won't see it for long. It's a one-run game. Second deck for Hunter Goodman, his first of the year.
Now you get the future Hall of Famer in for Hunter Goodman. Last year's Silver Slugger, the National League as a catcher, just a rolling curveball. You hang it, Hunter Goodman's going to destroy it.
That thing went 435 feet.
Two-run double.
Stop. Nothing gets through. And nothing stops leaks like North Shore adult diapers for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
White Sox have an early advantage, brought to you by Advantage Dealer Group. Find your next Chevy, Acura, Toyota, now Cadillac, Buick, GMC. Find your advantage at Advantage Dealer Group. 2-1 Sox. Second inning, Lamont Wade Jr. takes a high cutter from Eric Fetty. So I have a correction to make.
Okay.
About the reliever up in their bullpen. He was not up to come into the game in the first. The pitch to Wade is high. It's Miguel Uyola, right-hander, just added to the roster, and I guess he got to the ballpark late, so just wanted to make some throws early on. Sweeper is high, 3-0. But, I mean, he got up quickly, and it looked like with some purpose, but it was just to kind of get loose.
Nice end-game research.
There's a strike. 3-1 to the left-hand hitting Wade. Miguel Uyola, U-L-L-O-L-A.
Sure.
Just added to their bullpen. Called strike 2. Sinker on the inside corner. And Fetty's back in the fight.
Well, the one thing you don't want to see all day, though, is him working back to counts.
The 3-2 is grounded foul to first base.
You'd love to see him get ahead, force the issue, but I guess if his way is to go deep in counts, it's going to be another 4-inning outing, and he's had a few of those lately.
The 3-2 again. Sweeper is low, and Wade takes a leadoff walk.
Challenges are gone already,
That's
so.
it. And it was low.
Yep, but I mean, he's going to have to throw strikes. He's getting no help.
That brings up the catcher, Diaz. Batting .232. Wade not a threat to run. Diaz takes a strike. Steinhoffels is a proud partner of the Sox this season. Every time they turn a double play at home, Steinhoffels donates $200 to Special Spaces to help create green bedrooms for children battling cancer. 0-1 hit hard on a hop to third, backhanded by Vargas, and they'll go around the horn. 5-4-3, double play.
Coming in hot. Nice backhand grab by Vargas, going down to a knee, staying low, and then coming up and firing a strike to Maidra, who is really good at turning two at second base. He had no problem finishing that off.
So another $200 to Special Spaces via Steinhoffels. Here's Taylor Trammell playing center. Left-hand hitter. And was thinking about a bunt, took a strike. A few tweaks to their lineup today with DeCenzo in left, Trammell in center. Wade, instead of playing at the outfield, is at first for Walker. Big change for the White Sox. 0-1 is high. No Colson Montgomery. Battling a sore right leg, so Acuna is playing short. One. This is off the outside.
You'd love for this to be a game where everything goes right for the Sox. They play a clean game, but you want the early comfortable lead to happen.
Swinging a bouncer, and Murakami can't handle it. Kind of a weird hop. And it gets past him into right. I'm guessing that'll be a base hit.
Yeah, I would
think
agree.
He got a glove on a 100-mile-an-hour bouncer.
Well, that had topspin on it and ate him up. He had no chance to come in and field it. He had to try and backtrack because it was coming in hot with topspin and a bounce that really either you catch it or you don't. He didn't.
That'll bring up Cam Smith, who's been right in the middle of the big action in this series. Game-winning two-run homer in the sixth on Friday. And he hits a high fly ball out into deep left. Antonacci will have just enough room, and he makes a catch. Smith also took a big leadoff hit by pitch in the sixth last night as they rallied.
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak?
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of like stuff that kids aren't usually exposed to. And so I credit my dad for that.
So without further ado, snap on your time goggles and prepare to zoom 1,000 years into the future. The D-backs are still the D-backs, though now they're represented by a robotic techno-snake, and the Cubs have embraced their future amongst the stars, now being represented by Ursa Major. Minneapolis was the first to establish relations with our extraterrestrial friends. The Rays are the cosmic rays flying through space in their Devil Ray-shaped spacecraft.
This ball is launched to right. Dom Smith, a deep blast. And Atlanta with a couple of solo homers and a 2-0 lead.
How about the location? That's elevated. It's 97. A little bit of cut to it, a little bit of vert. Exactly where he wanted it. But Dom Smith doing his homework and ready for it and crushes that one to right.
A no-doubter for his second of the season.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
First home run in Chicago.
You guys in my house.
The Chicago White Sox Baseball Network.
Tristan Peters, second inning, takes a strike from Ronel Blanco. 2-1 White Sox. The pitch rolled to the second baseman Altuve. He'll scoop and throw and get him.
Hey, Sox fans, the 27 schedule's out. Secure your spot with a 27 ticket plan today. Be here for all the biggest matchups, including Cubs, Yankees, and opening day. That's Thursday, April 1st, against the Brewers.
Chase Mydroth with 1 out. And the pitch is a strike. Chase batting 7th. And he hits a ground ball to Altuve. He'll pick it up and throw to first, and that's 5 straight retired by Blanco after the Murakami home run. 2 down. Here's Acuna. I got an email from longtime White Sox fan Fred Nachman mentioning the Hall of Fame caps. I was looking at some of the old White Sox caps. The C that they're wearing on the Hall of Fame cap this weekend is similar, called strike, to some of the caps they wore in terms of the logo from the early 1900s. But also, he mentioned the 45 cap and also the road cap the White Sox wore at one time in the 30s. Fastball is outside. And then Holman Road in the late 30s looks to be exactly like the one they're wearing this weekend. Swing and a miss. White Sox, one of those teams that really has changed their look and their main logo a lot.
Yes.
Over the years.
Yeah, it got me thinking right now when you're talking about that. The team that's probably done it the least is New York, the Yankees.
Slider low and outside, and they've made some tweaks.
Yep.
The interlocking NY has changed a little bit in terms of its exact look and details, but
there you say,
right.
Some tweaks, pretty much. Nothing dramatic like other teams.
So thanks, Fred. Called strike 3 to get Acuna. That's the third strikeout for Blanco as he tries to settle in here and through.
Welcome back to Cincinnati. Gino swung on, crushed, high, deep, left field. There it goes. Goodbye into the second deck. A 3-run go-ahead blast.
Hey, Eugenio Suarez to the second deck, and he thunders the Reds ahead 3-2.
Well, there was absolutely no doubt about that one right there. 431 feet for Suarez. That ball was smashed.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
The beauty of this jersey is the feel, the texture, the thin, the stitching is heavy, so you kind of feel that jersey that was very heavy. Check it out, the last name and the number, they have a little glitter on them, so they kind of stack up. It just feels right. I had some really cool cleats to go with it. The way it gets dirty when you slide, it just kind of like rubs off on that glitter. It's really, really cool.
ESPN Chicago.
And a 5-4-3 turn in the second inning. Brought to you by Steinhoffels. Refresh your home and patio this summer with Steinhoffels, Chicagoland's furniture and mattress leader, and a very proud partner of the White Sox. Shop in store and online at steinhoffels.com. Zach DeZenzo takes an outside sweeper from Eric Fetty. Underway in the third inning. 2-1 White Sox. The pitch. Sweeper is outside.
When you say the name DeZenzo, it takes me back to DeCenso.
Yeah, Doug.
Doug was about a foot shorter, though.
The former Cubs teammate. Swing and a foul. He bounced one off his front foot.
Zach here is 6'5", 220. Doug was, is about 5'8", 185.
And a longtime outfield instructor.
Yep.
For the Cubs as well. DeZenzo, right-hand batter, swings and hits a chopper over to third. Bell tie pick by Vargas. Good toss across. And for those who are really interested, like I am, in logo and uniform history, if you go to sportslogos.net, that's Chris Creamer's website, and you can go through the menu and find the White Sox logo history. They have the primary logos, they have the alternates, they have the cap logos, and it goes year by year through their entire franchise history, and it's really fun to peruse. As Pena fouls into the Sox dugout, it has a uniform look, event logos, the whole deal. The pitch is high on a sinker.
I think the young listener needs to get in tune with all the history and the old graphics of the uniforms and all the fun looks.
The 1-1 is hit in the air out into very deep right center field, and that will go, and Pena stays red hot. 2 for 2 with 2 homers, and he's a hit away from a 4th consecutive 3-hit game, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, he's barreling everything up. Let's just say that. He has, 10 hits over the last 4 games. He's not finished with this one yet. Pitch was right on the outer part of the plate at 94, and he just stayed with it. 11 hits. Yeah, that's right. He had 3 in the previous 3 games each.
Here's Yordan Alvarez, 2-2 in the 3rd. The pitch is outside. 1-0 on the way. And a swing and a fly ball into center field for Peters. He's circling and he'll grab it. So Alvarez 0 for 2. And without a hit in his career against Fetty, he's now 0 for 6. Paredes will step in with 2 gone.
You know, the thing that's funny, I've noticed this on the 2 home runs he's given up to Pena. The first one was a sweeper that was on the inner part of the plate, and he got his hands in a good position to hit it out. And he asked his catcher if it was a good location.
Paredes takes outside.
And then on the last pitch, he went away. It was a sinker that came back, caught the plate, but it was away. It wasn't down the middle, and he hit it that direction. And he looked in as if to say, that wasn't a terrible pitch either.
Called strike. And sometimes you just have to tip your cap, and you hate to do it.
The one thing I noticed about both the pitches is the height of both of them was up. Neither of the pitch was down.
Paredes, a check swing bouncer, and a barehanded pickup by Fetty just to the left of the mound, and he'll throw to first in time. After 2.5, Jeremy Pena 2, White Sox 2 on the
Pop quiz. How do you go from Captain Clutch to the Iron Horse through a milestone and a marathon? The answer is on Hall of Fame Connections.
The captain, Derek Sanderson Jeter, is one of the winningest players in Major League history. He was wearing these very batting gloves when he notched one of those most memorable hits, the 3,000th of his career.
Are we supposed to spit in them like they do the batting gloves?
No spitting. This is a non-spitting museum.
3,000! History with an exclamation point!
He's just the second player in history whose 3,000th hit was a home run. The first was a former teammate from the Yankees' 1996 World Series championship team. But before he began his Cooperstown-bound career, Boggs would cross paths with another future Hall of Famer. September 6, 1995, the Iron Man played his 2,131st consecutive game, surpassing the unbreakable record of the Iron Horse.
Now that's how you pass the torch.
Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
bottom of the third. 2-2 tie. And Drew Romo will bat for the first time. Switch hitter batting left. He's hitting just 127. Does have 5 home runs, and he takes high for ball 1.
Been a while since he hit his last one, though. See if he can run into one. It's getting close to that time for it to happen.
The pitch, foul tipped. 1-1 on Romo. And he gets a timeout. His last home run was on May 25th against Minnesota. And he takes a changeup for a strike 1 and 2. He's 5 for 67 over his last 22 games. And he takes low. And 3 of those hits have been doubles.
Well, at this stage, when the hits are few and far between, it feels like you're never going to get hit again.
2-2, low changeup. Blanco wanted an appeal to third on a check swing. I don't think he got it, but I also don't believe Romo went around. The pitch fouled, and he stays alive.
One of the hardest things for a hitter is this. You don't play regularly, and then you get in there a little more regularly, but you're trying to find your timing, find your swing. But every day you're facing different pitchers with different deliveries and different speeds.
He hooks a grounder foul on a slider.
So while you're trying to find your individual timing, you're doing it against different pitchers every day. It's a hard thing to do. It's not like batting practice where the guy's just grooving at the same speed every pitch. You're going to find it somehow with all these challenges.
And he takes low and in on a changeup, and he walks. And Blanco has struggled here in his first 2 starts back from the stretch. He's given up 3 home runs out of the stretch.
Okay. Let that be the theme of the day. Walk, home run. Worked in the first inning.
Now Diaz, the catcher, wants to chat with his pitcher before Antonacci bats. And heart of the lineup brought to you by Northwestern Medicine, home to Illinois' top-ranked heart and vascular program for 18 straight years by U.S. News and World Report. Astros will play for 2 in the middle. They've got Paredes pulled in at third base. Wade just off the bag at first, holding Romo's got a pretty good lead. And Antonacci takes a strike.
Just got to get that feel that the offense gets clicking. But when you've got, we got to start today with Murakami, but when you've got the 3 big all-stars that aren't hot, and then you watch on the other side, they've got a guy in Pena in particular that's lights out right now. Good luck.
The pitch is high.
We need our own lights out guy right now.
Blanco threw a no-hitter in 2024 against Toronto in his 8th career start. And he's going to turn and throw to first late. He was an infielder growing up. He switched to the mound when he was 18.
Yeah, the Astros have had a history, right, of going and getting Latin pitchers that are a little older, and then they get them and they train them and they teach them and they become really good pitchers.
Changeup is high and off the outside.
You know, guys that are maybe a little more receptive to change in a system and learning because they've already tried and it hasn't worked, so why not try something new?
Yeah, they signed Framber Valdez at 21, Luis Garcia at 20, Christian Javier was 18. The 2-1 is popped up, foul ground, third base side out of play.
Yeah, and the trend is normally you go get a lot of the Dominican players in particular, and these guys are all 16, 17, 18 at the oldest.
Ball 2, strike 2 on the lefty Antonacci. He walked in the first. The pitch. Fouled. As you've watched Antonacci over half a season, what's the next level for him offensively? Is he a finished product and just continuing to do what he does? Because the numbers are good.
Yeah, I think I do. I think there's a great way to describe him. He's a finished product to me already. Just going to continue to do what he's doing like that.
Ground ball, base hit into center. And Romo is going to try to make third. Here comes the throw. It's going to be late. That's a great piece of base running by Romo. He kind of forced Taylor Trammell to try to throw him out, and as a result, Antonacci ends up at second base.
Yeah, Antonacci was rounding first hard in the hopes that the runner would be drawing the throw to third, and he did. And Antonacci said, all right, cool, I can just keep on going. But you're right, Sox need that. This is White Sox baseball, going first to third on balls that you should. Rather than be hesitant, be aggressive, and now the White Sox have all the pressure on Blanco. But yeah, I think that's a great question. And what you see of Antonacci, I think what we're seeing is who he is. He's going to just be more consistent.
The pitch to Murakami is a high curve. So Blanco has struggled from the stretch, so he's back to the windup. He might be happy Antonacci took second.
Good point.
Infield back. And the 1-0 is a curve. It's a strike. 1-1.
The only difference is going to be as Antonacci gets more experience, is he's going to hit more extra base hits, more doubles, more home runs.
1-1. There's a swing and a roller to Altuve. A run will score. It's a 2-for-1. Romo crosses home plate. Antonacci heads to third, and the Sox lead again 3-2. So 2 go-ahead RBIs among the 3 for Murakami.
Well, let's just say this. Murakami needs his parents here all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, he's hitting an opposite field home run, which you really love to see from him, and then I get him over, get him in, and he pulls the ball to the right side.
Infield in. Vargas lines out to third. Double play.
Come on.
A diving stab by Paredes, and it took his glove right to the bag, and he doubles off Antonacci. Wow. Well, the Sox do get the lead again. It's 3-2 after 3 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
How does one of baseball's most celebrated plays connect to one of baseball's most notorious curses? Through a cross-country move, an earthquake, and the Men of Steel? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
But let me touch it for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals, and they'd be too expensive again to maintain, would put them into financial ruin.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these, though.
So these are Ty Cobb's
And these
cleats.
are Ty Cobb's.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes him special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say? One great play deserves another.
Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Top 4, Altuve will lead off. Good news is the Sox were able to retake the lead, but Vargas with some buzzard's luck as he lined into a 5 unassisted double play with Antonacci at third. And Jose Altuve takes outside on a sinker from Fetty. 3-2 Sox, fourth inning. The pitch. There's a strike. Great to see Tom and Joanna Duran, longtime Sox season ticket holders and Sox radio listeners, who stopped by to say hello.
Absolutely.
Fetty on a 1-1. Called strike on a sinker on the outside corner.
I was thinking about Vargas, and one of the best swings he's taken in some time, and he's penalized for it. Double play. That's bad luck.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Let's pause 10 for ID on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. Here's Lamont Wade Jr. And he takes a strike. A little, maybe not so little, critter end up on my.
Very colorful, yes.
You know what it is? Some sort of big insect, like a beetle of some kind. Fouled. 2 strikes to Wade. Looks rather harmless, but thanks for stopping by the booth. The pitch is high on a cutter.
Yes, now Ziggy's babysitting for a little while with the new critter up there.
What it is?
Put him in a nice safe spot where he's protected by bars, and Ziggy can't harm him.
The 1-2 coming. Change up off the outside by an inch. Kansas City leads 3-0 at Detroit in the 5th inning. Yesterday, Salvador Perez set the new Royals record for home runs, swinging a fly ball deep to right, and a leaping attempt and a catch by Montgomery. I think he took away a homer from Wade.
Well, worst case scenario, extra bases. It was right at the yellow line at the top of the fence. He got back, took a look to see where he was, and then timed his jump perfectly. That's how you teach it as an outfield instructor. He did it all right.
Yep. Yeah, I think it would have hit the top of the fence, and it may have stayed in, may have gone out, but it doesn't matter. It's very loud out number 2. Yainer Diaz takes a strike on a sweeper.
On a day where you need clutch defense, we're getting some of it.
The 0-1 swung on and missed on a low sweeper. Now Salvi passed George Brett on the Royals' career home run list. So congrats to him.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time, and he's put the time in.
Fouled by Diaz.
How about the fact that, you know, the Royals, with their large stadium that they had forever, their top season home run hitter had always been in the 30s till recent years. But for years, they had big power hitters, but it had been like 36 the most in an individual season.
Yep. Balboni, and then I think Moustakas. Diaz takes a high cutter.
Yeah, bye-bye Balboni. It set the record with about 36, 38, somewhere in there. And then Bob Hamlin came close with 30-something.
Salvi hit 48 in 21. Line drive caught by the third baseman Vargas. Diaz is out. Astros go 1-2-3 for the first time. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Sox 3, Houston 2 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
The best teams make the smart play.
During the offseason of 1888 to 1889, Spalding took a group of big leaguers on the first worldwide barnstorming tour.
This is Spalding.
Yes,
because you look at the Spalding, you're like, wait a second. No, this is the backstory. Okay, this is great.
Stops included New Zealand, Italy, France, and even Egypt, where they played in front of the pyramids. Spalding's contributions to baseball history don't end there.
Do you know the story of Doubleday and the invention of baseball?
Please
tell us.
Enlighten us.
When a 71-year-old Cooperstown native came forward, baseball officially had a birthplace in Cooperstown.
If I'm in the presence of this baseball, does it give you powers to become a better baseball player?
I've been here 5 years and playing baseball through all of it. I don't think I've gotten better.
And whether it's the World Series or the wonders of the ancient world, there's no debating that baseball connects us all.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Shot to the upper deck, caught by that fan right there. Nice grab.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there it goes.
Well, she's only doing what she sees them do all the time. Oh, nice grab.
That's a
Fight
really
back.
good grab.
She says, well, let me have it. Let me have it, Dad. Thanks. Well, here it goes.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
We'd like to welcome our listeners tuned in on Fox River Valley's WRMN 1410 AM on this Sunday. Sox holding a 3-2 lead, and Braden Montgomery made a great leaping catch in right, will lead off against Ronel Blanco here in the fourth. Check swing strike. He flied to left in his first at bat.
Thing about Blanco is he's working on kind of all over the edge of the strike zone and down the middle at times.
Swinging a fly ball into center field for Taylor Trammell. He'll drift over toward left center and make a one-hand pick. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago White Sox and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago White Sox. Benintendi takes low and in on a slider. It was a June bug that had stopped by, but just flew away after taking a brief nap. It was a foul out of play. I was a little worried about him.
Yeah. I will say this. Watching Benintendi in his first couple of at-bats of this game is Blanco seems to have his number.
1-1 is fouled. They threw him a couple of really good changeups in the first at bat.
Now he's got him set up for another good changeup with a 1-2 count.
Here it comes. And it's a change, and it's off the outside corner. That levels it at 2-2 with Peters waiting on deck. Here it comes. And a swing and a pop fly, shallow center. Trammell is in, makes a catch.
Hey, score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/White Sox, the official source for your White Sox gear.
Peters climbs in. 3 hits for Houston, 2 runs. 3 runs, 2 hits for the Sox. Ground ball to first, and Wade will flip to Blanco even though he was about literally 4 feet away from the bag. And the White Sox go 1-2-3 off to the 5th.
In this game, you've got to keep your eye on the ball, but it's harder than it looks.
A little league error there gives Jackson an extra 90 feet.
The action has defied all prediction.
And he tried to put it back in the glove. Oh, that's a great move.
What just happened? You can never be sure of anything in this strange game of baseball.
He hit the hole that hole, the netting.
And speaking of strange things,
Geraldo Perdomo darts out of the dugout, cuts off Mr. Red and Rosie Red.
Curveball got away.
Wow.
But that pitcher takes his eye off the ball.
From flubs to flair, let's check out some fine fielding affairs.
He did it again! Junior dives like Superman.
Oh! Robbed by Marcy in center!
Going, man, you're gone.
Gone to the warning track, makes the over-the-shoulder grab.
Nunez from the shortstop side of the bag, pops up and throws out Bobby Witt.
Send it to left center, Jake Myers, what a catch!
How about that?
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la
Vision-crafted performance.
You strive for more. Your bank should too. Achieve more with Republic Bank of Chicago. Banking beyond expectations. Visit ourbankchicago.com to get started.
Back in our Bell Tire broadcast booth, top of the 5th inning from right field. Sox lead 3-2, trying to avoid being swept by Houston at home for the first time since 2018. First pitch coming to Taylor Trammell, and he powders one in the air deep to right center, and it's a home run to tie it. 3 solos for the Astros, 2 to lead off an inning against Fetty. It's 3-3.
Went after him with a cutter, but obviously in the wrong spot. Trammell got a pitch that he was obviously sitting on as well.
Number 4 for Trammell. And that'll bring up Cam Smith. He flied to the warning track and left in the second. And takes a strike on a sweeper.
There's been a few feel-good moments in this game, but these Astros keep dampening that good feeling by answering with the long ball.
Jordan Hicks is up in the bullpen. Swing and a miss on a sweeper. 0-2 on Smith.
His only at bat, he just missed hitting a home run back in the second inning.
They have 4 hits. 3 have left the ballpark. Sinker is high. And it's 1-2.
I think Eric's the perfect candidate to come up with that put out pitch that nobody expects.
Sweeper low and away.
You know, just kind of hide it in there. It's a 3% pitch of like an eephus curveball. It's the last thing anybody would be looking for if he's in a tight bind and he gets 2 strikes on a guy.
2-2 is low. It's a full count to Smith. DeCenzo on deck. Let's see what he has in mind. 3-2, sweeper, hit high in the air, left field corner, on the track. Antonacci makes a catch right next to the fence.
That is twice now, right, for Smith, just driving the left fielder back to the warning track. I'm thinking about the only pitcher, and we've talked about this guy before, Jose Contreras was a guy that had to come up with something to be a little more effective and not as predictable, and he came up with that sidearm delivery, that drop-down submarine delivery.
Pitch to DeCenzo's a strike.
Now, he didn't use it all the time. It wasn't his whole delivery. He was over the top and traditional a lot, and then, who knows, with 2 strikes, he dropped down sidearm on the batter, and they go, what is going on right now?
A swing and a line drive, base hit right center field. Peters was playing back, so it cut it off and keep DeCenzo to a very long single. Well, just in terms of today and the percentages, the pitch you might be referring to is his changeup. He's thrown 2 of them. But that'll be it for him, as Will Venable wants Jordan Hicks.
Well, in the inning, he's given up a home run and a warning track out and a line drive deep into the gap. So, well, Venable's saying once again that 4 innings or 4+ innings is good enough.
So pitching change, top 5, 3-3. Houston and the White Sox. We're back in a moment on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
So the reason I got to Cooperstown is because I played with Cal and I played with Eddie and I played with some of the greatest players ever. And, I just had to figure out how I did my job, and I was honored to have some of the best players that ever played put on uniforms, and they happen to be Oriole uniforms. If there's ever any doubt that I'm 78, all I got to do is look at my old cards and I know.
The Arizona Diamondbacks are striking back after a slow start, and it's largely thanks to one of baseball's fastest men.
Corbin's on the run. He's going the distance. He's going for speed.
Corbin Carroll has been playing like an MVP since his debut in 2022, but in his 4th full season, he's taken his game to a whole new level.
This guy's unbelievable. He's unforgettable.
On Sunday, Carroll put together one of the best games of his career, going 4 for 4 with 2 triples and a 9-1 D-backs win. That put Carroll at 8 triples for the season, twice as many as any other player, and 51 for his career.
He's the reason why you come to the ballpark.
Watch him hit and watch him run.
He became the 2nd fastest player of all time to reach 80 homers and 50 triples. Only Hall of Famer Lou Gehrig did it faster. Carroll's on pace to lead the majors in triples for the 3rd straight season, and he's only 1 triple away from tying the Diamondbacks club record of 52.
Crafted performance.
Fireballing Jordan Hicks into the game with a runner at first, 1 out, top 5, 3-3 tie, and Jeremy Pena batting. He's already homered twice today. He's got 8 hits in this 3-game series, and he takes 98 on the inside corner, strike 1. Zach DeZenzo, the runner at first. Average sized lead. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Good sweeper.
Yeah, when you are a batter and you get 98 on the inside corner, after that you're in the hole 0-1. You're like, okay, I got to tune this up a notch. And then he drops a sweeper on the outside corner. Good luck to you, Mr. Hitter.
The set by Hicks, the pitch. Swing and a fly ball to right, not deep, and it'll be caught. Kind of a jam shot, soft line drive handled by Braden Montgomery. So Pena makes his first out today.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, that's a good at bat for Pena, because those are nasty pitches. He's locked in, and for him to flare that out there is saying his swing's good. He just didn't get the barrel to it.
Here's Alvarez, 0 for 2. And Hicks will turn and toss over to first base. Marlins trying to end an ugly 11-game losing streak. They've got a 3-1 lead in the 6th over the Padres. The pitch to Alvarez, swing and a miss on a low sweeper. Boston and the Nationals made a trade. Left-hander Connolly early went to the Nats, and Curtis Mead having a great year now with Boston. The pitch, called strike. Oh, what a great pitch.
Yep.
Topped inside corner. Alvarez backed away, thought it was inside. It was a strike.
Yeah, that was nasty. I mean, a lively fastball, just edge of the inside corner and up.
The 0-2 is low. One and two the count.
You know, think about somebody like Alvarez, who's a Triple Crown leader, but every time he comes to the plate, pitchers really focus extra to get him out.
Swing and a foul off Romo.
And, you know, the pitcher's going the extra mile to get him out, and yet he still lights it up.
Well, that was just in and out of the glove of Romo. If he held on, it would have been a strikeout. Another 1-2. Fouled. What I really like about that trade, it's big leaguer for big leaguer, right? It's not a 1 for 3 prospects. I like those 1-for-1 trades. Now, Early is on the IL at the moment, but 17 starts and a 3.44. And Curtis Mead having a career year. The pitch is outside on a split.
Yeah, that trade you're mentioning is one that obviously benefits both teams and what they need. Red Sox need some offensive help, and Mead's having that offensive presence of a year. So he's, hopefully for him, he continues to play well.
2-2 is outside. They needed a right-handed bat, and he's got defensive versatility. Murakami will play behind the runner, DeCenzo. 3-2, 2 outs. Long hold by Hicks, and the pitch is high, and he walked him.
Tried to overthrow that last one. It was 100, and he had a grunt behind it. Lost his command.
Well, since coming off the IL after the lat strain, Hicks has been one of the most effective relievers in baseball. And as a result, he's pitching in more high leverage situations as Romo's out to talk things over before Paredes bats.
Hey, join us at the ballpark Saturday, August 8th, as the White Sox take on the Guardians at 6:15. Come early as we honor legend Ozzie Guillen with the retirement of his iconic number 13 jersey. 15,000 fans in attendance will receive an Ozzie Guillen replica jersey presented by Verve, a credit union. Get your tickets at whitesox.com/Ozzie.
11 innings since he came back, including his work so far today. 3 hits, 3 walks, 18 strikeouts, and no runs.
That's the guy we need right now, the strikeouts, no runs.
Paredes takes low and in on a sweeper. Two on, 2 out, 5th inning, tied at 3. All the Houston runs have come on home runs. Strike called on a sweeper.
That was a great pitch. Inside corner down.
The 1-1. Paredes hits a chop foul. He was late on 100.
Yeah, and he that pitch was in, and he somehow was able to get the angle of that barrel pointing back toward the catcher and still make some contact. If he was trying to hit it the other way, he was late reacting.
And he'll get a timeout.
Yeah, these are the kind of moments for somebody like Paredes where he wouldn't be ashamed if he jammed himself and flared one to right field.
1-2, swing and a little bloop out in the center. Run down by Meidroff. Great break by Chase.
Yeah, he jammed himself and almost found center field.
You're absolutely right.
Here's Schwarber. Schwarber grounded out his first time up. That ball's crushed deep to right field. Hernandez doesn't even move. It is long gone. It's off the roof of the pavilion in right field. Kyle Schwarber, his first postseason home run of the year. It's his 22nd of his career. And with a lightning strike, the Phillies tie it up at 1.
Well, I would say Kyle's second time through, I like the approach.
Wow. Well, the first home run for the Phils this postseason.
To like build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here, like it just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to like take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, like it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
Here's Dunn. He just missed this one, hitting it a ton. Will it stay in the park against the wall? It is off the glove, and it's gone. It's gone. Unbelievable. It was in the ballpark, but it bounced off Nady's glove over the fence for a homer, and Dunn says, I'll take it.
White Sox and Astros tied up at 3 here at Rate Field as we go to the bottom of the 5th, which is when we bring you our Sox Twitter poll question on X. Len, DJ, when you're ready.
We are.
All right. Of the players being inducted into the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame today, who was your favorite to watch? 3 choices, of course. Carlos Beltran, Andrew Jones, or Jeff Kent.
Jones for me. I loved watching him play center.
I think they're going to say Jones, especially since he wore a White Sox uniform.
That's right. My draw takes high from Blanco.
2/3 say Andrew Jones. 29% said Carlos Beltran.
I loved watching Jeff Kent, well, because we were teammates.
1-0 pitch. Strike called on a slider. 1 ball, 1 strike. Blanco's given up just 2 hits. One was a home run by Murakami. And Chase hits a grounder foul. And it's 1-2. If you missed it earlier, the Rays scored once and beat the Guardians 1-0 for a sweep at the Trop. Mydroth swings and misses on a changeup and strikes out. So the Guardians have lost 5 straight. 4 strikeouts for Blanco. Here's Acuna. First pitch is swing and a miss, strike 1. Cleveland will head to Cincinnati for 3 starting tomorrow night. Oh, 0-1 is outside.
Acuna, even though he's been hotter with the bat, he still has this tendency. He'll close his front shoulder to get loaded, and then he'll stride towards shortstop and fly open quick.
And then he swings and hits a bouncer too short. Pena charges, gloves, and gets rid of it. And beats Acuna at first base. A 6-3 ground out. 2 down. Here's Romo.
He got out in front and kind of hooked that ground ball because, again, left shoulder was kind of pulling off the ball.
Drew walked and scored in the 3rd. And he takes high. White Sox doubles are sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka, America's favorite vodka for a reason, distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc. Austin, Texas, swing and a miss. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Blanco having a much easier time this time out compared to the last outing. 4+ innings last outing. He threw 80-some pitches. Right now he's sitting at 69.
1-1 is too high. Sean Newcomb loosening in the White Sox bullpen. The 2-1. Pop foul back in our direction. ABS challenges are a reminder. Second opinion, always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. 2-2 coming. A swing and a bouncer to first. It's fouled by a couple of feet.
Hey, take advantage of savings all summer long with our summer savings section. Score select lower level tickets starting at $20 for weekdays and $25 on weekends. Visit whitesox.com/section.
The 2-2 on the way. Fouled again. White Sox will face Max Fried tomorrow night. Noah Schultz will pitch for the home team. Garrett Cole goes on Tuesday against Anthony Kay. Fly ball to left. DeCenzo is under it, and he's got it. And then they'll have to deal with Cy Young hopeful Cam.
Time for the great mascot race. Ready? Go! And they're off. They're neck and neck. Look at them go. It's a wild crowd. It's the home stretch. It's too close to call. It's the play at the plate. It's the Philly Fanatic. Congratulations. You won the great mascot race.
Chris Sale's 10th start of the season was a beauty. He goes 7 innings, giving up just 1 run, and he is in line for his first win against the Marlins.
An outstanding outing tonight by Trey Savage. 6 innings, 2 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 8, kept the Yankees off the scoreboard.
11 strikeouts from Kyle Harrison.
Matching a career-long outing for Kyle Harrison and a dominant 2-hit shutout for the left-hander. Wow.
Outman over. Outman with the dive! Superman hit-saving play by James Outman.
Ryan drops his glove on the mound and gives James Outman a standing ovation.
First pitch of the game, the pitcher hits it out. A living, breathing statue, Shohei Ohtani.
You just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
He's a walking history book.
It's ridiculous what he does.
Stop. Nothing gets through. And nothing stops leaks like North Shore adult diapers for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
Astros will bat in the 6th inning in a 3-3 deadlock. Eric Betty went 4 1/3, 3 runs on 5 hits, couple of strikeouts. One was against Altuve, and that K. Brought to you by Circle K. Stop by Circle K for your game day snacks and drinks. Download the Circle K app to save. Foul strike on Altuve. Jordan Hicks got the final 2 outs of the 5th. The pitch. Hooked on the ground to short. Acuna up with it and throws to first. And it's on time. 1 down.
Nice little off-speed pitch. Had Altuve kind of reaching and is slowing down to make contact on it.
Got a lefty Wade due. And Sean Newcomb will be summoned. Pitching change in the 6th. Hicks continues his excellent work. Astros 3.
The hometown kid is heading home. For the All-Star break, that is. Tigers rookie shortstop Kevin McGonigal, a native of Media, Pennsylvania, has played his way into the Midsummer Classic in Philly. At 21 years old, McGonigal is the 2nd youngest player in Tigers history to reach the All-Star game.
The 0-2 swinging line drive, grabbed with a leap by McGonigal at short, flying through the air to the glove side.
These boys are just playing baseball.
They're playing ball.
The first? That would be Mr. Tiger himself, Al Kaline, at 20 years and 205 days back in 1955. McGonigal has been everything and more for the Tigers. He was named AL Rookie of the Month back in April, and he hasn't slowed down since. McGonigal will be joined by fellow All-Star teammates Dylan Dingler, Riley Green, and Justin Verlander. For the kid that grew up going to games at Citizens Bank Park and idolizing players like Chase Utley and Cole Hamels, this is the best kind of homecoming.
Here we are, Arlington, Texas. This is the Graham Slam Burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli, or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
Puede ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol.
Working people. Floods Royal Flush, a local, woman-owned, family-operated company. You dump it, we pump it. Now offering sweeping service and septic pumping.
Lefty Sean Newcomb into the game with 1 out in the 6th inning against left-hand batting Lamont Wade Jr. And the first pitch is low and outside on a slurve. Newcomb has a thing when he gets the ball back, he sweeps his feet across right in front of the rubber, kind of sweeping the dirt out of the way. Swing and a miss on a fastball.
Yep, you're right. That's his thing. It's keep adjusting his push-off spot.
This time he was kicking at the dirt. Slurve low and outside, 2-1. Pitch is outside, 3-1. Raises his arms, now comes set with his hands. And the 3-1, right down the middle, taken for strike 2.
Yeah, that one, it looked like he literally just said, I don't care, I've got to throw a strike, and he just laid it right there for Wade if he wanted to go after it.
3-2, and it was inside ball 4. That would have been challenged, I think, by Romo, and it was a strike. But they didn't have a challenge.
Well, the way it was set up, he was set up on the outside corner and had to reach all the way back to the inside corner. It was a strike, you're right. But it's weird how umpires don't just call it by the way it crosses the plate. It's by the way it looks sometimes received.
Diaz takes inside. So Wade has walked twice today. Well, 1-0 coming. Diaz takes a knee-high fastball. It's a strike.
Good fastball with running motion. 94 miles an hour. He has a lively fastball.
Pitch high. Astros will fly to Anaheim to take on the Angels starting tomorrow. And then next weekend, they're home to Texas. That's a big series. Foul fly makes it 2-2. That will be right before the trade deadline.
You ever forget that they're in the same division? The days Texas was in the American League and they were in the National League.
No, I've gotten used to the fact that the Astros are an AL team. But for a while, they're not so much. Base hit to right. Ground ball base hit for Diaz. So Wade walked. Diaz singles, and Trammell will come up with 2 on and 1 out.
Diaz, you can tell, was taking aim that direction. He'd fouled one down the right field line off the screen. Then he finally poked one into right field. That's after his first 2 at-bats where he hit it hard to third base.
Trammell has singled and homered. The home run tied the game.
We got
the first pitch of the 5th inning.
We got a problem here.
Fastball is outside.
I mean, Newcomb, who has been just lights out throughout the year, has come on and walked and given up a base hit in a 3-3 ball game late.
The 1-0. That's a strike. Sean 0-2 with 3 saves and a 2.41 ERA. They had a 2.73 combined last year between the A's and the Red Sox.
Have been a great addition to this roster and this bullpen, and as an opener, as everything that's been asked of him.
One. Good slurve. He gets a cut and a miss to make it 1-2.
Cut and a miss on a chase. That one's just off the outside corner, so that's helpful. Don't see as many hitters as back in the day that are up there swinging. You got a lot more guys that are selective.
Go ahead run as it's second. That's Wade. Diaz, the runner at first. 1-2 pitch is hit high in the air to right, not deep. Here comes Braden Montgomery. He's under it, and he makes the catch. Wade tags and holds at second. 2 down.
I like the fact that Newcomb just threw a sweeper, a pretty hittable one. Could have ended up in the seats, but he trusted it, that the speed would be enough. Had the batter out in front.
So Cam Smith batting with 2 outs.
This is the guy that's been spooky all day long. Just missed him twice. Taking the left fielder Antonacci to the fence on 2 occasions.
Smith made their opening day roster last year outside on a slurve after 32 minor league games.
Yeah, I mean,
very rare.
Yeah, and they moved him to a new position. It's kind of like what we've seen the Sox doing with players last few years.
Called strike, makes it 1-1.
You know, you see the big league talent, you need somebody up here, and he fills the need, and you say, you know, you can't play third, but we'll put you in right. We need your bat. You're an athlete, you'll learn it.
1-1 pitch, low. In the draft era since 1965, there's one guy ever to make an opening day roster without a minor league appearance. Pete Incaviglia.
Okay.
That's it. He debuted for Texas, 1986.
Right out of Oklahoma State or something.
Yes. Swing and a miss, 2-2 on a fastball. He was 22 years old, 6 days after turning 22, right out of college.
I don't know why I felt that Bob Horner was that name, but obviously not.
Pitch is outside. He got drafted the previous June by Montreal and then was traded to Texas in the offseason and made the Rangers opening day roster. 3-2, runners go, and a high pop up down the left field line. And it is foul and out of play.
Antonacci had to give chase, so did Acuna, so they got a long way to get back to their positions. It's that time where the umpire has to have a little allowance of time.
The first time Pete Incaviglia played in the minor leagues, he was 33 years old.
Sure.
Played 3 games in Columbus in the Yankees system, 1997. Smith just got hit on a backdoor slurve, and that's going to load the bases.
That was not close to being a competitive pitch. Newcomb looks a little out of sorts to me from what we're used to seeing. Issuing a walk, giving up a base hit, and hitting a batter and going deep in counts. Zach Bove must feel the same way. He's out for a visit. Hey, play the Sox Split 50-50 raffle for your chance to win big. The $25,000 guaranteed jackpot will keep building through the 9th inning. You've got to be in it to win it. Play now at whitesox.com/Sox Split. Valid for Illinois residents 18 and over.
So just to finish the Incaviglia story, gets drafted by the Expos. He had insisted during negotiations to go directly to the majors. The Expos didn't want to do that. So after an impasse, they signed him, traded him to Texas, and then MLB changed the trade rule. You got to wait till a year after the draft. The pitch is outside on a slurve. The Pete Incaviglia rule before you can trade a guy. And I think they've even tweaked that in the interim, but that's what happened way back in the mid-'80s. Fastball just high. It might have been a strike, but again, no challenges. So 2 big potential challenge plays off the table because they didn't have any earlier.
Oh, hitters count, and he's waiting to hit.
The 2-0 pitch. Swinging a pop fly. Left center, not deep. Here's Antonacci waving his arms. He makes the catch. Ooh, and he kind of bobbled it. Remember that little moment. 2-0, bases loaded. And
Chris Sale's 10th start of the season was a beauty. He goes 7 innings, giving up just 1 run, and he is in line for his first win against the Marlins.
An outstanding outing tonight by Trey Savage. 6 innings, 2 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 8, kept the Yankees off the scoreboard.
11 strikeouts from Kyle Harrison.
Matching a career-long outing for Kyle Harrison and a dominant 2-hit shutout for the left-hander. Wow.
Outman over. Outman with the dive! Superman hit-saving play by James Outman.
Ryan drops his glove on the mound and gives James Outman a standing ovation.
First pitch of the game, the pitcher hits it out. A living, breathing statue, Shohei Ohtani.
You just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
He's a walking history book.
It's ridiculous what he does.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
White Sox 3, Astros 3, as we head to the bottom of the 6th when we bring you our Gateway to the Booth, brought to you by the City of Countryside, Chicago's Western Gateway. It is an Ask DJ Day. When you're ready, Mr. Jackson.
I am ready.
All right. Luke in Hinsdale wants to know, DJ, did you or any of your former teammates have a dugout superstition that was your favorite?
Oh, man. Let me go back into the archives and think about that one, Luke. Give me a minute.
Blanco still in the game as he faces Sam Antonacci, and he rips one toward the corner and right, base hit. Smith will collect it on the warning track. Sam on his way to second with a double to lead off the inning, sponsored by Tito's.
The only thing that comes to mind, and it's really not dugout superstitions, it was a lot of pitchers, starting pitchers in particular. They had to be in the same exact spot in the dugout all game long. I mean, when they're pitching, everybody knew his day, his spot, stay out of it. And there were also guys, like the Mark Burley that didn't care, but the ones that had the superstitions, those were the guys everybody recognized, and just let them be during the game and let them have their spot, worked around them, talked away from them, and until something changed where that game turned on him and he wanted some attention, it basically was going to always be the rule. That's really something that most batters didn't have that, except for they put their bat in their glove in certain spots at all times.
The pitch to Murakami is a strike on a curve. 2-run homer in the first, RBI ground out in the third. He's knocked in all 3 runs. They've got action in the Houston bullpen. I think that's De Los Santos, a right-hander. The 0-1. Good changeup and a whiff, and it's 0-2. Runner on second, nobody out, tied at 3 in the 6th inning. Grant Taylor up in the White Sox bullpen.
The crazy thing about superstitions and ball players, guys, it's not necessarily dugout stuff, it's before the game superstitions. Same routines that they go through every day.
0-2 is hooked on the ground to Altuve, down to a knee, and he'll throw to first. And Murakami gets Antonacci to third for Vargas. And this is what happened back in the 3rd inning. And then Vargas hit a screamer to third. And a diving catch by Paredes, and the glove basically ended up right on the bag. Double play, inning over.
Yeah, and that was after Murakami had gotten him over on a ground ball just like that to second. Great job by Mune to get him over and give Vargas this chance.
Blanco back to the full windup, and Vargas foul tips. Chance to get the lead again for the third time.
Vargas didn't get cheated right there on a high and away fastball. He was going for it with the infield drawn in. But we need that guy that knows how to be selective and short, compact contact.
He takes outside. 1-1. Infield in. Runner at third, one out.
Got to dig deep mentally right now for Vargas.
A lot of space in right center. 1-1. Hammered to left. She's going to go. 5-3. A 2-run homer for Vargas.
That's digging deep enough right there, and the focus was there. And it was a more compact, right to the point swing on a high fastball. What a beautiful result on something that Vargas earned right there.
Number 22, brought to you by Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana. RBIs 62 and 63.
You know, and it makes it so much easier. All the little things matter, guys. We're talking about Mune just getting them over. It alleviates the pressure of having to get a hit. Just put a good swing together, drive the ball, and you get a good result like that.
Braden Montgomery takes outside on a curveball.
Mune doesn't advance the runner, and then it's up to Vargas to feel like he has to get a hit.
2 big home runs today for the White Sox. Changeup is high.
Feels weird to have a little breathing room in this one, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like they need to stop. Keep going.
The pitch is high. Couple of all-stars with big home runs. Murakami and Vargas. 3-0 coming. It's low. 4-pitch walk. Diaz will challenge. They have 2 remaining.
Challenging the pitch.
So Braden's going to wait near home plate. And it is low. It's ball 4.
Houston has 1 challenge remaining.
See if that's it for Blanco. And
it is.
Oh, yeah. The manager comes on out.
Joe Espada will make a switch. Sox 5, Astros 3. Pitching change in the 6th inning on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Hey guys, it's Carmen. You know, when it comes to making a big decision, I believe in doing your homework and working with people you trust. That's exactly what you'll find at Advantage Buick GMC in Hodgkins. No pressure, no unnecessary noise.
First pitch to Ortiz. Swung on, line towards left, long run for Ewing. He dives and he made the catch.
Ewing went back, and in left field, he's looked terrific.
He shouldn't be sneaking up on anybody, right? I mean, he's an all-star, 10 wins, his ERA below 3, and no matter where the game is played, no matter what lineup he's facing, he does his thing.
Abrams hits one high and deep out to right center. After it is Troy Johnson. Way back it goes and out of here! And he's got 4 in his last 3 games.
Leo Jimenez grabbed it right next to the third base bag. He tapped it with his right foot, fired to second for out number 2, and on to first in plenty of time to get Altuve for 3. 474 feet for Fernando Tatis Jr.
Boomer is the dog. Doesn't he look good? I just follow this pitch all the way. And there he is. Boomer's dad.
That was kind of a change from the everyday thing that we normally do as far as baseball cards are concerned.
Hey, I have a Labrador. Where's my card?
You know, a little bit different, and it turned out to be a fun experience.
It was just when the camera crew tried to leave that there was a problem. You can't leave.
Is on for Houston. In the 6th, White Sox lead the game 5-3. De Los Santos is 30. He pitched well for the White Sox in that very tough year of 2024. Made 15 appearances, had a 3.63 ERA. Big dude, 6'3", 235.
Well, the White Sox offense, they still got some work to do. Keep the line moving.
Braden Montgomery at first, 1 out. The batter is the DH Benintendi. Here's the pitch. Fouled. Boston trying to rebound after being one hit by Dylan Cease yesterday. Red Sox lead the Blue Jays late 6-0 in the 8th. The 0-1. Andrew hits a one-hopper to Wade. He'll step on first, and that's the only out they'll get. He was going to then fire to second, but Braden was already almost at the bag.
Yeah, he was going in standing like he knew there wasn't going to be a throw, and that's a bad position for Wade to try and throw through. Because when you step on the bag, you could just fire it there and hope for the best, but if you hit that runner and it carry him somewhere else, it's a bad look.
Well, 2 of the All-Stars have homered. Here's the other one, Peters. He has grounded out twice. And he fouls one off himself. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. Peters given a little extra time to recover. All Twins 7-0 over the A's in the 6th, and Detroit has come back to take a 4-3 lead over KC in the 7th. Rays beat the Guardians earlier 1-0. 0-1 is fouled.
That swing is an indication. You talked about the other 2 All-Stars hitting home runs right there. Tristan tried to. Thing is, they have 20-plus home runs. Tristan has 6. So we want Tristan to do that thing that he'd done so well, and that just hit line drives all over the place.
The 0-2 is low on a changeup. One ball and 2 strikes. Be nice to add that extra run here. And Peters strikes out swinging on a change, so Braden is stranded. Vargas with a go-ahead 2-run shot makes it 5-3. White Sox after 6 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
The beauty of this jersey is the field, the texture, the thin, the stitching is heavy, so you kind of feel that jersey that was very heavy. Check it out, the last name and the number, they have a little glitter on them, so they kind of stack up. It just feels right. I had some really cool cleats to go with it. The way it gets dirty when you slide, it just kind of like rubs off on that glitter. It's really, really cool.
Chris Sale's 10th start of the season was a beauty. He goes 7 innings, giving up just 1 run, and he is in line for his first win against the Marlins.
An outstanding outing tonight by Trey Savage. 6 innings, 2 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 8, kept the Yankees off the scoreboard.
11 strikeouts from Kyle Harrison.
Matching a career-long outing for Kyle Harrison and a dominant 2-hit shutout for the left-hander. Wow.
Outman over. Outman with the dive! Superman hit-saving play by James Outman.
Ryan drops his glove on the mound and gives James Outman a standing ovation.
First pitch of the game, the pitcher hits it out. A living, breathing statue, Shohei Ohtani.
You just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
It's a walking history book.
It's ridiculous what he does.
Flagship home.
An uppercut swing.
For every Sox game.
Boy, did they come together beautifully.
ESPN Chicago.
Sometimes baseball can play hard to get.
Man, that's tough luck.
Look at that thing.
Back in our Bell Tire broadcast booth. 7th inning, 5-3 Sox. And hard-throwing Grant Taylor will face Pena, Alvarez, and Paredes. Newcomb now the pitcher of record after the Sox took the lead for the 3rd time.
Yeah, don't let this guy make full contact, please.
First pitch is popped up. It's the shortstop Acuna on the dirt, and he makes a catch right over that left shoulder.
That'll work, especially getting a quick out of Pena.
Here's Alvarez. The pitch. Curve is high.
Alvarez actually kind of flinched like that was at him, and it was right over the plate. So that curveball startled him.
The pitch. Fastball just low. So high to low, ball 2.
Well, does he dare in between, which would be right down the middle?
I think you have to be kind of aggressive with a 2-run lead. Yep, fastball strike. That was a good pitcher strike, though, near the outside corner.
You know, and when you're Alvarez, you don't ever feel like you have to rush, even on a 2-0 count, because he's seeing the ball so well.
Fastball low.
It looked like he almost accidentally cut that fastball. Remember, he was having an issue with that. His fastball was cutting all the time on him.
Alvarez takes a curve. It's a strike, and it's 3-2.
And his velocity was down because he just kept throwing the cutter, and his fastball, when he tried to throw it, it wasn't as effective. Now he's just throwing a good fastball and curve.
3-2 pitch is low on a heater, and Alvarez walks with 1 out.
Never took the bat off his shoulder.
Nope. So now he'll have to face Paredes as a tying run.
Kind of crazy to think about that. He knew, if you're Alvarez, you're like, well, I'm not the leading run. And no need to get myself out. So he ended up standing there taking 6 pitches, walking.
The pitch. Sinker right down the middle. It's a strike.
With Paredes kind of crowding the plate, you got to look in and ignore him and still locate exactly where you intend to. Take him out of the equation.
Not much of a lead at first by Alvarez, and Paredes swings at a low one and taps foul. It was a curveball, nothing in 2. Top of the 7th, Sox 5, Astros 3. These two clubs will meet up for 4 in Houston later on this season. Final day of August and the first 3 days of September. Oh-2 is low on a slider.
Nice job by Drew Romo. Just in case there's a swing at that, you make sure that you block that. Don't allow that runner to advance.
The stretch, the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3.
Nice back-to-back sliders. A lot of times this is how the thought process of a hitter goes. Slider in there, he won't throw that again. He didn't control it, and they throw it again, and you're like, oh, got it wrong.
Altuve with 2 down. He's hitless in 3 trips. He had been coming out for defense. Nick Allen finishing the game at second the first 2 nights. Curve is outside, but that's when the Astros had a lead late. Hot and overcast today. A little slight breeze blowing out toward left. Altuve takes a curve. It's a strike. And the count is 1-1.
Altuve, one of the rare guys in the game nowadays that really strides into his swing. Almost as if he's trying to hit a fastball into right field, but it's not necessarily the approach he's taking. He's ready to turn on the fastball a lot of the time, but he'd rather hit it up the middle the other way and crush a hanging slider or curveball.
And one low. Good block by Romo. That was a fastball that caught the dirt. Those are probably the toughest pitches to block. You don't expect as a catcher a fastball to hit the dirt.
No, it's a great point. And a lot of times catchers, when they're calling for a breaking ball in these situations, they visualize the breaking ball in the dirt so they can be prepared to go ahead and block it.
2-1 strike on a knee buckling curveball. 2-2. Alvarez at first, 2 outs, 7th inning. 5-3 Sox, the pitch. Fouled on a slider.
Altuve with an aggressive swing there. He got his foot down. He's got a little bit of a leg kick. Got his foot down and kind of slowed his upper body down to wait for that slider speed.
Taylor ready to work. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him on a slider for strike 3, and we will stretch in the 7th. White Sox 5, Astros 3 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Tito's Handmade.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
As his name pops up in trade rumors, Nats lead the D-backs 9-4, and the Tigers have come from behind right now. They lead the Royals 4-3 as they head to the 8th. Here at Rate Field, White Sox 5, Astros 3 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Back to Len Casper and Darren Jackson.
Thanks, Jeff. Chase Meidroth barely got up toward home plate with the 9 on the clock and immediately requested time. And he would have been charged with a strike. Facing De Los Santos, and he hits a pop-up foul back into the seats. Marlins just gave up the lead. They were up 3-1 in the 8th. The Padres with 4 and lead 5-3. I think that would be a new club record if they don't come back, a 12th straight loss. Slider is outside. What a turn of events for the Marlins.
Crazy.
One of the feel-good stories of the season.
Yep. But I think you've mentioned a few times throughout the season that There are some good teams that had 10-game winning streaks, 10-game losing streaks.
Meidroth takes a low fastball.
Like the Cubs, for example.
Had 2 10-game winning streaks and 1 10-game skid.
See, that's crazy.
The pitch. Tapper foul back of the plate.
You think if you're good enough to win 10 in a row, you're not good enough to lose 10 in a row.
I think of the 87 Brewers, they won their first 13. And then later in that first half, they suffered a 12-game losing streak. 2-2 is low, and it's a full count.
Yeah, I see that. I see a team getting off to a slow start, and struggling, and then just playing the way they're capable. The Brewers are a team that's done that. Seems like a couple of times. Slow starts, and then they just play the best baseball for the rest of the year in the game.
Meidroth, it's a high fly into deep left field. DeCenzo back at the fence. It's a home run. Chase Meidroth makes it 6-3.
Well, that big swing he keeps taking paid off right there. He tried it the other night, ended up hitting it off the top of the left field wall, but that time he got just enough of it to get out of the reach of the 6'5" left fielder jumping for it.
Home run number 8, brought to you by Hard Rock Casino. So 3 blasts for the White Sox today after hitting none all week.
There's that saying, home runs come in bunches. I think they're proving that today.
Yeah, each team in this game with 3 homers. And De Los Santos and Diaz are having a pitch-com issue.
Chicago Sports Network is your TV home for White Sox baseball. Stream the Sox all season long, anytime, anywhere, on up to 3 devices with the CHSN app.
They've got that all sorted out. The league is all about pace of play, and I really think we might get to a point where pitch-com issues are going to be deemed your problem, and you're just going to get a timer violation. Acuna takes high. I think a majority, most 90+% of them are legit, but it does give you a little wiggle room if you need a little break to just be like, I can't hear. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
That's true. Now, of course, there's always going to be the issue that all you have to say, it's technology. There's quirks with it.
Yeah, but again, we survived for 125 years without it, calling pitches.
Yeah, you and I did. We've been around, that's for sure. But these kids don't know any different.
1-1 is fouled. I mean, I sound like the old man yelling at clouds, but as I said earlier this season, Diaz can put down a 1. Put down one finger, throw me a fastball. And he can give location, too.
I got a visual now of Lane going, get off of my lawn! Yeah. You want to be a dead person?
1-2 is outside.
Yeah, I agree. But then guess what? You might have to put tape on your fingers so the pitcher can see it, stuff like that. And catchers don't want to do that now.
The 2-2 is hit on a hop to the shortstop. Little bobble. It'll be a reach for Acuna. Guessing an error. That was not the easiest play, though, for Pena.
I think it's a hit.
It will be a hit. All right, I agree with that. A lot of times, though, if you hit it right at a guy and he bobbles it, they'll charge him with an error, but I agree with an infield hit.
Well, this is one of those balls. Here's the problem, right? He can't charge that ball because it's in a place where he's not going to get to it, and he can't back up on it. So he literally is in a place to where you've got to try your best to just glove it if you can. He couldn't.
Romo fouls.
It's not me very often thinking that a big leaguer can't make some kind of almost every play hit at him, but there are those moments, especially for infielders.
Runner on first, nobody out. That homer by Mydroth led off the inning, and now they've got Acuna picked off. De Los Santos throws to Wade, and Pena will tag Acuna. It'll go 1-3-6. Luis Angel just took off early and got picked off.
So the question a lot of people ask me about something like that. Acuna getting picked off when he's, the fastest runner the White Sox have. He can just straight steal. He doesn't have to leave early. I mean, the straight steal will work for him. So going early is really not necessary, so there's no need to get picked off.
So that is the first out. Meantime, an 0-1 coming to Romo. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Looks like Taylor will get the 8th. Nobody up in the Sox bullpen. Swing and a liner, base hit over leaping Pena. And out into left center, Drew Romo with a solid single.
Nice swing by Drew. I mean, kept his hands in tight, stayed inside the pitch, got a result because of it. So, good swing, good result.
Pitching change coming. 6-3 Sox, bottom 7. We're back in a moment on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
We've all had dreams of making it to the pros. Some of us just fall a little short of the mark. But you don't have to be an athlete to replenish like one. More athletes are turning to milk for hydration, recovery,
First pitch to Ortiz. Swung on, line towards left, long run for Ewing. He dives and he made the catch.
Ewing went back, and in left field, he's looked terrific.
He shouldn't be sneaking up on anybody, right? I mean, he's an all-star, 10 wins, his ERA below 3, and no matter where the game is played, no matter what lineup he's facing, he does his thing.
Abrams hits one high and deep out to right center. After it is Troy Johnson. Way back it goes and out of here! And he's got 4 in his last 3 games.
Leo Jimenez grabbed it right next to the third base bag. He tapped it with his right foot, fired to second for out number 2, and on to first in plenty of time to get Altuve for 3.
474 feet for Fernando Tatis Jr.
We have an animal on the field. Skunk City.
Oh, nobody is going near it. Look at that.
Killer skunk.
Going into the dugout. That'll empty that dugout in a hurry. Look at him go. And the cameraman. Oh, the cameraman to go.
Pitchers, a lefty, Brian King, who just came back to the big leagues yesterday. He's 29 years old. He's a Colorado native. And he'll work for the 43rd time. He's got a 3.40 ERA, 6 saves, and a 2-3 record. He'll face Randall Grichuk, who hits for Sam Antonacci. Romo at first, 1 out, swinging a bouncer off the glove of King. It deflects to Altuve, and Grichuk will reach on a base hit.
Take it any way you can get it. That's a built-in double play if King does not touch that ball. Thank goodness he did.
2 on for Murakami. Perez will run for Grichuk and stay in and play left field.
That ball literally was going right to Altuve, who was standing right by second base. King reached up thinking, oh, I've got it. It's right to me. He didn't know where his defender was, apparently. And instead just knocked it toward the vacated second base area, and Grichuk was given a gift.
Low set with the hands. Here comes the pitch. Murakami takes a sweeper for a strike. Great atmosphere here all weekend, but especially today with the White Sox giving this team fans a lot to cheer about. There's a fastball that's airmailed to the backstop on a very wild pitch. Runners advance. They're at second and third, and it's 1-1 on Murakami.
That went up and under the chin of Murakami, and just missed smoking the umpire's mask as he was sliding sideways to get out of the way of that one. So the umpire, Mark Rippiger, saved himself right there.
Now the infield has to move in. Yeah, Murakami swings and misses on a high fastball, 1-2.
Well, he's had 3 great at-bats today. Home run, get him over RBI, and get him over another at-bat. Now he needs to just drive one in the outfield.
The pitch. Swing and a base hit. Ground ball into center. Romo scores. Perez right behind him. What a day for Mooney. 5 knocked in. It's 8-3.
Boy, he has a contingent of his family and people from the Toto Washlet Company in attendance that he was around today, and he's showing out. He's got a whole party of people here enjoying the show.
And like the Washlet, he's cleaning up today.
Yeah, that is a fact. And boy, what a difference it makes when the all-stars on this team are really swinging the bat well in the same game.
Miguel Vargas takes inside on a sweeper. Career high 5 RBIs for Murakami. There's a liner punished off the side screen to left. 1-1 to Vargas.
Even the best of hitters in general go through a little bit of a funk. And the good ones get out of it quickly.
Vargas takes a strike.
I hope Vargas is out of his funk because he is so valuable at this part of the lineup.
The 1-2 from King. He bounced one and it kicks off to the left, and Murakami will go to second on another wild one.
Well, they brought King right into the fire today in pressure situation, and the White Sox have taken advantage as he's feeling it. I mentioned a couple of wild pitches and some hittable pitches as well.
2-2 pitch is fouled in the air, back into the seats. Well, Chris Murphy is up. This also is a reason why when you slug and you score extra runs, you can maybe get Grant Taylor back in action a little sooner than normal in that Yankees series. Swing and a miss, right? So he doesn't have to go back out maybe for the 8th, but can come back tomorrow or Tuesday. Vargas strikes out, 2 down. Here's Braden.
Oh, absolutely. And, here's the thing, right? The guys, you want Grant out there on the tight game situations because you know what you're getting. But the guys like Murphy and others can come in and absolutely dominate as well. And now that there's a bit of cushion, it alleviates the pressure for them not to be so dominant.
Braden swings and misses. He's batting right-handed.
It's amazing in any competition, really. Just the pressure that you put on yourself is going to be success or failure.
Fastball is off the outside, 1-1.
Some guys like the feel of pressure and they respond to it. Others don't. And they need to figure a way how to alleviate it.
Big swing and a chopper foul. One and 2 the count. Ryan King on a 1-2. Braden takes high. Pirates held off the Cubs 8-7. Boston did beat Toronto 6-1. Now the Royals have the lead again, 5-4 at Detroit in the 8th. Fun to scoreboard watch.
It is. This year I started earlier than I usually would, but it's because you're making me.
All those games matter. There's a pitch inside. He hit him around the elbow on a fastball. Thankfully, he's got some protection up there, and he'll head down to first base.
Yeah, it provides a better layer of nothing than nothing for sure, but that hurts. Got him right off the elbow. That protection's there for this reason, but at the same time, you feel it. And then usually after you get that one, it nails the catcher right behind that. He's reaching for it, and it hits him right in the shoulder or bicep. So the catcher's out now talking to his pitcher.
And it's Andrew Benintendi coming to the plate. 2 in the 6th on a homer by Vargas to get the lead for the 3rd time, and 3 big add-ons in the 7th.
You know, after the first 2 games of this series, the Astros are probably sitting there going, oh, you know, I don't see anything special really going on with the White Sox. Today they get a little taste. First time they've seen the Sox this year, and now they see a little bit of a more like the true representation of what the team's capable of.
There's a swing and a flare base hit left field. Murakami around third base. He will score. It's 9-3. Andrew Benintendi keeps the line moving.
Worked a magic wand right there. Completely fooled on the pitch. Hit it right off the very end of the bat, out in front of it, and it just sliced the other direction past the shortstop that was playing up the middle. So he'll take the love and the luck.
Peters with 2 on. 4 home in the inning. Called strike on a fastball. The pitch. Fouled.
I've told the story 1,000 times over the years, but these are the moments like somebody for Peters, if as teammates, you got an idea of him hitting the ball up the middle, stay up the middle, stay up the middle. He should be looking out, and Braden Montgomery out there should be looking in, going up the middle with his hands, just giving him a little sign, stay up the middle, and reminding him.
Fouled.
Or whatever direction they're talking about as a group. Because I had that. I'd walk up to home plate, Frank Thomas, Julio Franco, Robin Ventura, any of the hitters in front of me would be all like up the middle with emotion. I'm at home plate going, okay, I get it. Don't try and pull the ball.
The pitch, and he jammed himself and fought it off foul. Still 0-2.
But it was really a way to make you stay focused. And it makes a difference, trust me, because when you're left to your own devices and your own thinking, sometimes your mind starts wandering to the happy place like, oh, I'm going to hit a home run. Up the middle.
The pitch, swinging a high fly ball out into left center field, deep and playable. It's Taylor Trammell, and he makes a catch. 4 big add-ons, though. It's 9-3 White Sox. We go to the 8th on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
I love going to City Colleges of Chicago. The personal support, the convenient schedules and locations, the community, and I'm saving thousands of dollars. With my degree, I can go
into left center field. A diving catch! My word! Brian Reynolds! One of his best catches ever!
And Teray able to fetch it. What a jump Teray got. Lucas back on the warning track. Leaps at the fence, and he got it! Nathan Lucas with a leaping grab.
Hot shot picked by Machado. Flips it to second. Out at second base. Nice play.
The backhand in the glove on the back.
Out to left center, but it is caught out there by Osuna.
A terrific play by Alejandro Osuna in left.
Towards the line, Dubon at the line, a leap into the air, up against the sidewall, and he's got it. Knew exactly where he was on the field.
There's a line drive into left field. Hat coming up, slides, and he makes the catch. Outstanding left fielder. He's won 4 Gold Gloves.
McMahon grabs, pivot, throws on the money, got him. Nice play by Ryan McMahon. Homered in the first, his 3rd leadoff home run in the postseason. Oh my goodness! Shohei Ohtani! Wow! Up and over the Dodgers.
117 off the bat, 469 feet. He is the first Dodger to ever have 2 multi-home run games in the same postseason.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
9-3 advantage.
And it's one of those advantages. You're glad it's late, but you got to remain focused and keep to task. Hold these guys down.
First pitch, he is fouled on the screen behind the plate.
It's crazy how relaxed an at-bat you can take when you're the Astros now. You go up there and it's like, oh, we're down 6. I'm just swinging for myself now. You can relax. The pressure's off.
Wade takes a low slider at 90.
Works on the other side of the ball, too. For the pitcher, can just relax.
Junior Perez playing left after running for Grichuk. Slider is outside. Second appearance in the series for Chris. He's 24th overall. And he delivers a knee-high strike at 96 to make it 2-2. The pitch. Curve on the front door, missed the inside corner. Close one, though. 3-2.
Oh, that pitch was so close. I saw on a replay. Oh, maybe even if you had a challenge, you don't challenge it, but it probably would have been overturned if they did.
3-2 is fouled off to our left. Up into the 300 level. Great barehanded pick by a White Sox fan.
Well, you mentioned it. A nice turnout here for this series against the Astros this weekend.
Swinging a fly ball to left field. Perez with his sunglasses on is there, and he'll make the catch.
This is a rocking place throughout the summer to be, and I assume with the Yankees coming into town next 4 days, we're going to have it rocking even more.
Absolutely. Here's Diaz. 3 night games at 6:40, followed by a 1:10 on Thursday. Diaz fouls. White Sox have a chance to be up 2.5, but 4 ahead in the loss column as the Guardians lost their 53rd game. The Sox have 49 defeats. There's a foul.
Yeah, but it's a nice feeling, right, to think about the fact they can be 2.5 up. I mean, even from the way this team started the year, they've just played such consistently good baseball. It's fun to say that. 2.5 up in the division.
Fouled on a curve.
They've been consistent. They've had one of the better records in baseball in the last 2 months.
The reason the loss column is more important, and I mention it a lot, swinging a tap toward third, going to be a tough play, and it'll kick foul, hit the lip of the grass. That would have been a base hit. Is losses can't be erased, whereas future victories you can still get. So, in other words, if the White Sox win this game today, Cleveland will have 4 more losses that they cannot erase from their record.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that gives the White Sox an opportunity with that 4-game pad. It's still a 2.5-game lead if they do win today. But, yeah, that loss column does become one to look at.
Yeah, it's kind of fun when you have that little bit of a cushion in the loss category at this stage of the year, because it is kind of psychologically for me, you know, this is a team that hasn't lost 4 in a row. So it's over a time of period they'll lose 4, but it's not going to happen immediately.
In other words, Cleveland needs the White Sox to lose games. The 0-2, and it's fouled. So you talk often about controlling your own fate or destiny, and that's the goal, is you can make up wins but not losses.
That's it.
You can't unlose. Would be
That's
the
a
best
fact.
way to put it.
Now, the potential is, you can lose. You can lose a lot of games still, but you're right. You have to still go there and do that. But you can also win those. When we have more of a winning percentage than losing percentage.
Diaz fouls again. This has been a battling AB.
So if you just go off the percentage of what this team has done this year, they're going to win more than they're going to lose.
Well, they have already outperformed pretty much all the expectations and projections. And none of that really matters. All that matters is where they are right now. And this is the 104th game of the year, and they're in first place. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Finally gets him.
Nice location.
After that long fight, first strikeout for Murphy. 2 outs. The batter is Taylor Trammell.
Well, I remember talking about this during the offseason, and all the prognosticators ask you, what do you think is going to happen? And I said, look, if we can match what we had done going into last year, which was a 19-game improvement, which is going to be tough to do because you're already closer to 500, I said that'd be amazing if they won 19 more games. Well, they're on pace to do better than that.
Trammell fouls. The White Sox last year won 60. They are trying to notch number 55 this year, today.
Yes.
Slider is off the outside.
So in my mind, I was going, look, if they can win 19 more games in back-to-back years, you think about that. That's 38 games improvement over 2 years. And they're going to do better if they keep it up.
Curve, strike, 1 and 2.
That would have put them at, 79 wins if they won 19 more this year.
But the bar has changed, and you're looking at
trying to get to 90.
Trying to get many more than 79 if you can.
Absolutely.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Murphy goes 1, 2, 3. Romo will pick up that ball in the grass and throw to first. And the Astros done in the 8th. Sox bat in the bottom half, leading 9-3 on the.
Here we are, Arlington, Texas. This is the Graham Slam Burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli, or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
Here we go. This is a classic road jersey for Boston. This is the first uniform I put on when I came with Boston. When you see those 2 socks together, that's one thing I know I had to do. I had to make sure I had my red socks high, okay? My 2 red socks, because, there's 2 here.
Bottom of the 8th, Miguel Uola, right-hander, just added to their roster. And he'll pitch for Houston. White Sox lead the game 9-3. Chase Mydroth hit a leadoff homer in the 7th, and he'll lead off the 8th. Uola, 24 years old, from the Dominican Republic. This is his third career appearance. 4 innings so far in the majors, no runs, and 7 strikeouts. Fastball is high.
Yep, tried to sneak that 96 on the outside corner away from Chase, who just hit a home run last time up.
The pitch outside. I think I said Uyola. It's Uyola. Uyola. Miguel Uyola. Ullola. Popped up, but foul off third, and it's 2-1.
I'm just going with Miguel. You know, when you look at how it's spelled, good luck.
That's a very unique surname. I like it. It's a challenge. 2-1 is high. 3-1 on Mydroth. Uyola signed as a free agent in 2021. Three-one high, and he walked him.
Well, turning out to be a good finish to the day for Chase after a ground out and a strikeout, home run and a walk, and inning apart from each other.
Uyola signed as an 18-year-old. Acuna takes a fastball for a strike.
Acuna was shaking his head when they went by and looking at the umpire as if to say, nope, not. Oh, he got the bad news quickly. It actually is a strike.
The set and the 0-1. And Acuna foul tips.
Acuna kind of has an old school style of hitting. If you look at some old historic film of hitters, great hitters from Clemente to Mays to Aaron, a lot of them stepped in the bucket and still stayed close to try and hit the ball.
And he lines into right field, and Cam Smith will make the catch.
You ever kind of like, I know you do, look at the old footage of hitters and how many right-handed batters would step toward the shortstop, but their upper body would still be going toward the pitcher's mound, so they're kind of locked up with their upper body. And they actually still had power the other direction, even though the lower half was already committed.
There's a lot of movement.
Yep.
You recently showed me old video or film of Roberto Clemente.
Yep.
Romo, the batter, he takes high.
Well, there's one video of Clemente in particular that just is astounding when you see it. It's a first base camera, and it shows him way out on his front foot, but I mean literally on his toes hitting a pitch chin high.
Romo swings and misses.
He was hitting the ball while making contact on his tippy toes. Crazy.
Drew will get a timeout.
Got to make sure you say it like that, though. Tippy toes.
The 1-1 is high.
You know, it takes you back to your childhood. Sometimes I forget I'm not one.
Mydroth at first. 1 out, 8th inning, 9-3 Sox. And the pitch is outside on a fastball. 3-1.
Romo having a good day with the walk and a run scored back in the third inning. And then a nice swing, line drive into left center field. Scored another run. So maybe these more regular at-bats of late are getting him to find a comfortable swing.
The 3-1 is popped up, and it'll be the shortstop. Pena out into the short left field grass to make the catch. He was shaded towards second base, so had to kind of run toward the left field foul pole to make the play. And here's Perez.
Almost looked like a replay of what Benintendi did, except for Benintendi's landed safely.
He hit his just a little farther.
Yep.
First at bat today for Junior. And a big swing and a miss. It's funny, you come up with little phrases that we say. Why aren't you just on your toes? Why does it have to be tippy toes?
That's what I mean. You know, you say that when you're just a child, or to your kids when they're little. You know, your tippy toes.
The pitch is high.
Because that's
tip-top shape.
Yeah, but I mean, the tippy toes is that's as much on your toes as you can be.
Right.
You know, you say toes.
Would you say a ballerina would be?
Oh, tippy toe, yeah.
Tippy toes?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I don't have that move.
But Ullola will fire over late to check on Chase Mydroth at first base.
It's not every day you can get ballerina in a baseball game. We did today. That'll work.
One inside. Well, maybe one of the relievers will make a batter do a pirouette.
Oh, there we go. And I can see that happening too with the swing of somebody that eventually becomes a home run hitter, and they just, I'll pirouette him when I finish.
Mydroth takes off from first, and Perez fouls.
Perez, he doesn't play, but you can see he has a ton of talent. Ball jumps off his bat. He's got bat speed. Good defensive player, looks like. He just doesn't get a chance to play, so putting it all together is not an easy task.
Two balls, two strikes, a pitch. It's high. You can see Ullola has good stuff. Fastball pretty crisp at 96. Got a little trouble commanding it, though. 18 pitches, only 8 strikes so far. The 3-2, and there's a line drive deep left, and that baby's gone. 2-run shot for Perez. 11-3.
Boy, was that a beautiful swing on a 3-2 slider. Mentioned he has tons of power. That's not the problem. It's just playing time is. Didn't matter. He saw enough pitches in that at bat, and he found one to his liking. And another thing is they put a lot of work in for these guys that don't play regularly, and they throw them breaking balls off the machine. They throw them quicker pitches from shorter distances. They do everything as a coaching staff to keep them as close to game ready as they can, and right there it paid off.
His third home run, brought to you by Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana. Murakami will bat. And looks at a strike. Career best 5 RBIs for Mune. Perez lined that one over the bullpen. And Murakami launches out into deep right. He's hit 2 today.
Have a day.
12-3. 6 RBIs on the afternoon for the All-Star. And his 22nd home run.
He's at home plate and he's saying, I love you, Mom and Dad. His mom and dad in attendance. He threw a first pitch out, or he received a first pitch from his mom, and she threw a strike to him. Well, what a day for Mune. I
think that's his second career 2-homer game. Hit 2 off Jamison Tyone here on May 16th. Josh Miller, the pitching coach, out to the mound. And confirmed. Second time he's hit 2 in a game.
On Murakami bobblehead day. I mean, come on. It is not that easy, is it, to just put on a show on your day?
I mean, it'll happen every now and again, but yeah, pretty rare and pretty awesome.
I mean, he has a ton of people in attendance today from Japan, and the fans are here to receive his bobblehead. And you literally go out and have the best game of the season on that day.
Vargas takes outside, and much needed for him and for this team. Right? It was right on cue.
Yes.
Vargas takes low. Now, I did mention on the manager's show, and I think you were sitting in the office when I recorded it. It was on the last road trip. I said he was due for a 2-homer game.
You did, absolutely.
Now, it was probably 5 days ago, but
you were right. He was due for it.
Vargas hits one sky high to left. DeCenzo keeps his feet moving and backs up, makes the catch. We'll head to the ninth. Sox 12, Astros 3 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Dear baseball fans, Toyota's 2026 lineup is racing for the pennant. The rugged Tacoma's got upper deck power and available four-wheel drive. The RAV4 is...
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
And it is officially Tuesday. You wouldn't be able to tell in the stands because there's still a lot of energy.
We told him you got to dive and get dirty.
You're supposed to dive at balls hit right at you.
He just made every physics teacher in the country proud.
I don't know why it is in baseball they have the best bubble gum.
Painful foul ball off of Will Smith. Yeah. You saw and heard Ohtani's reaction to it, and I don't think we need to show the replay of it.
Oh, I got Soto. All right. Who? Austin Barnes. How do you like rings? Okay. All right. Young Jackson Holiday. Just wait.
Jackson Holiday's good.
Rick Cerrone, great hitting coach now.
Tony Gwynn. Also, that's good. That's
Spring
a good
break.
card.
Oh, these are like real ones.
There's gum in it.
87, baby. These are.
This gum's from 1987.
Actually from 87.
Go ahead, take a piece of it. That's 1987.
Oh my God, that is gum.
It's gum.
I'm not taking a bite of it.
I'm not taking a bite of it either.
We'll try to get these final 3 outs.
This is all about him going out and hopefully having a quick, easy, controlled, no pressure inning and feeling good about it. Getting some quick outs, I think, is the key for him here.
Cam Smith leads it off. And he pops up the first pitch back into the seats. 0-1. Smith hits a pop fly, shallow right. Jogging in is Braden Montgomery, and he'll squeeze for the first out.
I think one of the more fun things that we get to witness is when you see a Braden Montgomery come jogging in on a routine fly ball and how comfortable he looks out there. And he started the year in Double-A. And yet is part of a first-place team in the big leagues and an important part of it. It just took a little seasoning, and he got where he was supposed to be.
DeCenzo takes outside. Fastball at 98. One-0 pitch. Hit in the air to right toward the corner. Deep and playable. Montgomery makes a grab. 2 down.
A lot of fly ball outs today. And to right field at that. Right and left field.
Pena will not get a shot at his third hit for the fourth straight day. It'll be Nick Allen to pinch hit. And the fans are on their feet.
There are 5 flyouts to right field today.
Here's the pitch. Allen looks at a strike on a fastball. The set, the 0-1. Swinging a ground ball left side and off the glove of Vargas. He and Acuna came together. Allen ran through the bag at first. He didn't realize that ball kicked into the left. Not that he would necessarily have tried for second.
Well, Vargas cut in front of Acuna, who was going to make the play pretty routinely, so should be an error on Vargas.
Christian Vasquez will hit for Alvarez. They're going to give Allen a single.
Okay, well, generous. 2 guys had a chance to make a play, and neither did.
Allen takes off for second. Vasquez takes strike 1. No steal. It's defensive indifference in a 9-run ball game. The 0-1 serve. Low. 10 for ID on the Hard Rock Casino Sox Network. Sweeper inside makes it 2-1. The pitch. Swung on and missed. 2-2. Cleveland lost. Detroit lost. Minnesota's leading late 10-6 in the 8th. The pitch. Low. 3-2.
It started out like it was a quick inning, but a little bad hop, slow roller turned into an extension of the inning. Now a deep count.
Here it comes. Fouled. Sox will have Noah Schultz on the mound tomorrow night as the Yankees come to town. The Yankees play tonight in Philadelphia. The pitch. Called strike 3 to end the game. He dotted a sinker low inside corner. And the Sox salvage a finale. The final score, Sox 12, Astros 3 on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
At Bell Tire, we do tires, but we don't stop there. We do tires and service, but we don't stop there. We do tires and service like alignment shocks and struts and wheels, but we don't stop there. We do tires and service like alignment shocks and struts and wheels, and we have a price match guarantee, but we don't stop there. We also do brakes, but we don't stop there. You should, though. Stop, that is, because that's what brakes are for. Bell Tire, your one-stop shop for tires and car care. Visit your neighborhood Bell Tire or belltire.com to learn more.
Bell Tire.
When your life turns upside down after an accident, you need an advocate like Wallner Law. I'm John Wallner, and for over 50 years, Wallner Law has fought for people just like you, injured, overwhelmed, and searching for answers. We don't just take cases, we take care of people, and we win for you. From car crashes to workplace injuries, Wallner Law stands by your side every step of the way. So call us today, 312-8-MILLION, and win with Wallner.
Today, the average age of a first-time homebuyer is in their 30s, but we believe that it's still something all should aspire to. At Century 21 Hearthside, we work every day to make the dream of homeownership a reality for you. We know
if you want to Cy Young, 73, 5, and 6, I've got an extra 5. And then it says, has worked as a TV commentator. You know, and I did start back in 1978. I did the Yankees and the Red Sox playing the one-game playoff. And ABC said if the Yankees win, Reggie will play, and then you'll go broadcast with Howard Cosell and Keith Jackson. And that's how I started my broadcast. And that's the Bucky Dent home run. So every time I see Bucky Dent, I go, thank you for making me a broadcaster.
First pitch to Ortiz. Swung on, line towards left, long run for Ewing. He dives and he made the catch.
Ewing went back, and in left field, he's looked terrific.
He shouldn't be sneaking up on anybody, right? I mean, he's an all-star, 10 wins, his ERA below 3, and no matter where the game is played, no matter what lineup he's facing, he does his thing.
Abrams hits one high and deep out to right center. After it is Troy Johnson. Way back it goes.